Jesus said, "I am thirsty." Jesus is not the only figure in the Bible who experiences thirst. Indeed, the image of thirst comes up any number of times in the scriptures. Much of the time, this image refers to the literal human need for something to drink. The people of the Exodus are a really good example. "Why did you bring us up out of Egypt to make us and our children and livestock die of thirst?" they grumbled to Moses. As you'll remember, Moses saved the day by striking a rock with his staff, allowing water to come out for the people to drink. Or similarly, the book of Revelation, speaking of those who have moved on to heaven. "Never again will they thirst. The sun will not beat down upon them, nor any scorching heat." A clear advantage of heaven over a hot, dry climate like the Middle East's. Of course, you don't need to live in a hot, dry climate to know that water is precious. "Air is our element," writes Frederick Buechner, "but water is our heart's desire." And we certainly notice the absence of water when it's gone. I have a very clear memory from some years ago of going out for a bike ride on a warm July day and failing to pack enough water to last the 3 or 4 hours I intended to be gone. The last 5 miles or so of that ride were sheer agony. I couldn't think of anything but quenching my thirst, and when I finally made it back to the car, I drove immediately to the nearest gas station, bought 2 bottles of pop, and guzzled them on the spot. We are human, and water is our heart's delight. Which brings us back to Jesus. Of course, Jesus was thirsty as he hung there on the cross. Fatigued, losing blood, broken in body and in mind and in spirit, Jesus was thirsty. If we look at Jesus's "I am thirsty" as a simple statement of fact, we aren't wrong. Buechner describes it as one of the most human statements Jesus ever made. But thirst is also used metaphorically from time to time in the Bible. "My soul is athirst for God," says Psalm 42. So it's a good bet that Jesus thirsted for more than just water, for more than just the fulfillment of a physical need. Like the psalmist, his soul was athirst for God. That seems pretty clear. A thirst, too, for an end to his suffering. That seems clear, too. And that makes sense. We thirst, too. We ourselves are athirst for God, a thirst for justice, a thirst for peace. Right now, of course, we thirst especially for an end to the misery that this pandemic is causing us. We thirst for an end to people getting horribly sick, an end to people dying alone in overcrowded, under-resourced hospitals. We thirst for an end to fear, an end to anxiety, an end to uncertainty. We thirst for reassurance that we and our loved ones will survive these difficult days. We thirst, all of us, for a return to normalcy, to a time when leaving the house did not require protective equipment, a time when we could see friends and family whenever we pleased, a time when we did not wake up at 3 a.m. with uneasy feelings in the pits of our stomachs. Yes, we thirst for water, but in this uncertain time especially, we thirst for so much more. Jesus was thirsty. We are too. Jesus cried out to assuage that thirst. So do we. Things got worse for Jesus before they got better. But Easter rolled around, and things did get better. May we too look forward to an Easter of our own. May we too look forward to better days ahead. In Jesus' name we ask it. Amen.